What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video. Today, I'm gonna talk about the one time a homeless man came into my store looking for the One Piece. I know that sounds absolutely absurd. However, my store was kind of weird. Where I used to work was kind of weird as well. So, I tend to have these type of things. However, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, hit the subscribe, and let's get right to it. So, a little bit of context for those who don't know, I used to work at a pizza place, and this pizza place was located like in front of the woods. It was like in a more ghetto area. A lot of homeless people used to live behind the store, so sometimes, a homeless person will come in, they'll ask for free pizza or like, a huge discount. Me, I was the type of manager that if you came into my store and you needed help, I would offer you that help. I'll give you food, I'll give you a huge discount, or sometimes I would even offer a job because, sometimes we were understaffed and we just needed people. So one day I'm with Joe, that's not his actual name, but Joe, he was my district manager. And so this day I was working in the cashier area because obviously we had a higher manager in the store, and we're just hanging out, we're talking, we're having a good time. So when I look outside the store in the front was like made out of glass. All I see is a homeless guy like wandering back and forth, like if he's pondering something. And so I go outside. Maybe I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, maybe this guy, he's too shy. Maybe he's scared we're gonna kick him out if he comes inside to ask for free food. So obviously, me being me, I go outside and I talk to him. I'm like, hey man, like, is everything okay? Do you need something? Like, if you want, we can give you some food. And so this guy's like, nah, 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 nah. I'm thinking about something. And I'm like, what you thinking about? Because curious me, was just curious. And he said, so don't tell anyone, but I believe the One Piece is in this store. And I'm looking at him, right? And when I think about One Piece, the show where they're looking for their treasure. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, you mean the One Piece, like the actual? He's like, yes, yes, yes. I have a map here with me. I can't show you the map though. It's like too classified. I'm like, okay, sir. And I'm like, well, I hope you have fun doing that. Just let me know if you need anything. So that's where I made the mistake. I guess I invited him in the store accidentally by saying that, but I'll take the blame for that one. However, after I go back inside, and after 10 minutes or so, I kind of forget about that guy and like his mission to look for the One Piece. So after like an hour or two goes by, me and Joe are back in the front. We're working on something. I believe we were trying to fix the register. And so all I see is this homeless man walk inside the store with a tent, right? I'm like, why does he look so familiar? And I'm like, why does he have a tent? So I look at Joe, and I look at Joe for confirmation to make sure what I'm seeing is real, to make sure I'm not hydrated. And Joe's looking at me for the same thing. So I'm like, okay, great. We're both either hydrated or this guy's coming inside with a tent, right? So I'm like, maybe he doesn't want his tent to be stolen. So Joe goes outside to like kind of think about the situation, and I go in the back to look for some pizza, right? So I go in the back, I grab, a pie of pizza we had laying around. It was kind of fresh. Like I say, it was out for like the past 15 minutes. And so I go back to the front to go give him the pizza because that's what I'm obviously think. If it's a homeless guy and say maybe he just wants a pizza. Once I get back to the front, I'm like looking for the homeless guy because he's not there. And in my head, I'm like, wait, how did a homeless guy disappear with a tent? That's literally impossible. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna overthink it. Maybe he just left. Maybe he saw me go sit back and he thought I was being rude or something. I don't know. I don't know what the case was, but it is what it is. So as I go back to leave the pizza in the back again, as I'm walking, putting the pizza away, all I hear is like a clinging sound, right? And that sound sounded like a metal hitting metal type of sound. So if you guys have ever heard that sound, like there's like a distinct sound for it. I can't describe it, but it's just like a cling. That's like the best way I can say it. So I decide to investigate where that clinging sound is from coming from. And as I go to the front, I see that the female bathroom has it closed and it has a maintenance sign on it. So in my head, I'm like, oh, maybe Joe was in the bathroom fixing the issue it had because it had like a flushing issue, like it wasn't flushing properly, and so we had to close the bathroom. And so I'm like, oh yeah, Joe's finally working on the bathroom, even though it was like that for like already like a couple 15 days. And so I don't pay too much attention. After a solid 15 minutes, Joe walks into the front door, and I'm like, oh hey Joe. I look down, I look back, I'm like, wait, Joe? And he's like, yeah. I was like, wait, what's that clinging sound? And I look at him and I was like, I thought the same thing too. So now the thought in my head of Joe being in the bathroom fixing it is completely gone. And now we're both concerned. And so Joe decides to open the female bathroom to see what that noise is. And ladies and gentlemen, who would have thought the homeless man decided to shove the tent inside of the female bathroom, decided to stay in there, and proceeded to flood the bathroom. So basically, from what we saw, the tiles of the bathroom was flooded, like it was wet. Water started running out the bathroom, and all we see is that the toilet is off its hinges, like it's gone. But it's like it wasn't screwed off. It was like broken off. And so now we're looking at this, and I look at Joe, and Joe's like, "What the?" I'm not gonna finish that. However, the homeless guy, he's like, "What do you guys want? I'm looking for the One Piece," and he sounded aggressive. So Joe decided to close the bathroom, rightfully so, and he goes outside to call the police. However, as he's going outside, he sees the police people coming already, like the officers. And I'm assuming, I guess someone called him in already because they were in the store or they saw him dragging the tent inside the bathroom. The officer decided to come inside to assess the damage, and he looks at it, and the homeless guy's still digging inside the tile and inside like the toilet area. And so he goes back outside to talk to Joe, and he's like asking Joe a question. He's like, "Hey, do you want to proceed with criminal action? Do you want to, you know, charge him with destruction of property or something or trespassing?" So what Joe decided to do was trespass him, obviously. However, we decided not to like do any like formal criminal charges because at the end of the day, it's a homeless guy. He really has nothing, so we really wouldn't get nothing out of it. We just wanted him outside the store. So the officer goes to the homeless man and he tells him, "Hey man, you gotta leave. They don't want you here no more." Like, trying to tell him, "Hey man, you gotta get out." However, the homeless man is like so certain that the One Piece is in this location and he refuses to leave. And so I get the bright idea to eliminate the competition. So I decide to go to the homeless man. I'm like, "Hey man, like where did you find the One Piece? Like where's the map?" And he's like, "Maybe if you show these officers, they'll believe you." He's like, "You know what? You have a good idea, kid. Like that's a good idea." He proceeds to take out a napkin where he drew Stickman, my pizza store, and treasure, and it said bathroom. I was confused, but I was like, you know what? I could work with this. So I look at the homeless guy. I'm like, yo, like this is wrong. Like, let me fix it for you. So me in my intelligent mind decided to draw the store again, and instead of my store name, I put Domino's. And the homeless man looks at me in all seriousness and says, "Kid, you are the smartest person I've ever met. And you know what? I'm gonna go to the store right now and I'm gonna go look for the One Piece. And when I do find this treasure, I'm gonna give you half of it so, as a thank you, so both of us can be rich." And I'm looking at him and I'm like even surprised that it worked. So he decides to do this. He decides to grab his tent and issue from inside the bathroom, proceeds to leave, but as he's leaving, he's like dragging water all over the floor. So we kind of had to close the store for like 20 to 30 minutes to clean that up. That's besides the point. However, as he's leaving, the cop looks at me. He's like, "Really, kid?" I'm like, "Dude, I just wanted him out. It worked. Plus, the Domino's like a 10 to 15 mile walk. There's no way he's gonna get there by today, wait outside all night, and go into Domino's and harass employees." Like that's what I thought. I thought that was like the reasonable explanation. However, obviously I was wrong and it was a homeless man. So around a week goes by, right? And the district manager of the Domino's decides to come to my store and he decides to talk to me. Jim, he's like, "Hey, do you have a manager that kind of sent homeless men to my store?" And I overhear that, right? So I'm curious and I peek my head and so the Domino's guys proceeds to say, "Yeah, so a homeless guy came to my store looking for the One Piece because apparently one of your managers told him that it was here, and that apparently the map was wrong and that he fixed the map." And I just want to say that nothing wrong happened, nothing was damaged. It was just such a weird interaction, and we just want to scold the person, right? So my GM knows it was me because it was like kind of a joke within the store for the past week. And he's like, "No, no, 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 no one in here did that." However, he's like, "Can I talk to you privately?" After a solid 10 minutes, my GM comes back inside and he's like, "Dude, we need to talk, right?" Because now I'm curious. And my GM proceeds to tell me that apparently he walked all the way there and he camped outside until they reopened. And he went into like half the day where it was like kind of busy. He walked inside the store with a shovel and went to the front. He's like, "Hey, can I go to your bathroom?" Because apparently they had like a mechanism to lock their bathrooms. Like I know Taco Bell does that. I didn't know Domino's did that either, but whatever. However, the cashier's confused. He's like, "What do you mean the One Piece?" He basically asked the same thing. He's like, "You mean the One Piece from the show?" He's like, "Yes, I've heard it's in your bathroom." And so the manager at that store decides to like step up and he's like, "Oh, yeah, so we gave that to corporate. However, due to your trouble and all your hard work of getting here and trying your best to look for it, we're gonna give you a free pizza as compensation. However, once we give this to you, you can't come back. I don't make the rules. They said whoever figures out the secret of the One Piece they can't come back to some pirates code. I don't know. They made it up, trying to get him out of there. And actually, it worked surprisingly. However, in my book, it was a win-win for everybody. We got to have some fun, even though we had to repair a couple things. They got to have fun, and the homeless man got a free pizza. So, like I said, no harm, no foul, and I believe everyone was happy that day. Before I end this video off, I just want to say thank you guys for supporting me, for watching my videos, even if it's 2 to 3 views. I'm happy with that. However, one favor I do ask from you guys is please, please give me some advice. Give me some tips, what I should work on, what else I need to improve. Because last time I got a reality check of the audio, it sounded too echoey, and hopefully I fixed it now. I hope you guys enjoy the new audio. Maybe it's better. Maybe my commentary can use some work. If so, let me know, please. However, that does it for today, guys. Please hit the like, please subscribe to my channel, and if you guys don't, your mom's a hoe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.